What's up, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays, and I've almost got both earrings in. Here we go.
Look at you, adulting.
I know. Sometimes I do it.
I won't
Welcome to Morning Wood, brought to you by Picks and Parlays right here on the Max Wagers Network. Everyone who's joining us, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and ring that bell for notifications. Be a homie. Hook up your homies.
Do it.
Do it. Also, dude, my lighting is killer today. I look so tan.
Oh my
Loving
goodness.
the lighting. Also, don't forget about my official sponsor. It's FanDuel Sportsbook. All you got to do is check out the description in this video. That's where you'll find my link. It's a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. And get this, if you're in the state of Ohio, they're going to drop $100 into your account just for signing on, even though you guys don't go live until January. Free $100 for bowl season. Get it.
What?
I know.
Crazy talk.
Free money. Ooh, Terry Edelman smashed the like button. He must want some luck today. All right, I'll give it to you.
Boss.
Yes.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. What was I going to say? So, man, last night, you know how I do with looking at the lines and the money and the movement and everything going on. And I'm explaining that Ravens plus 2.5 turns into a -1. And then as I'm pulling it up, now the Buccaneers are a -1.5. So this line has just been like all freaking over the place. And I saw that total went up to a 45.5. What's our teaser today, Lenny? What are we teasing?
I like, so my teaser is, I'm just going to keep this simple because I'm still shook from Monday Night Football. I ain't gonna lie, folks. I'm shook. Okay, it shook me from like a 9-1 week to 8-2, and it's like the worst 8-2 feeling I've ever had. I'm shook. Dirty. I'm shook. I'm just shook. So
scared money don't make money, Lenny.
I know. I'm treading lightly all week, and then I've been rattled since. I had a decent, okay day last night, but Monday and Tuesday were just shit, man. So I'm back to football's back though. And this today marks the next time we won't have football every day of the week, every day till like Thanksgiving. For the next like 30 days, we're good. Awesome. Action starts next Tuesday. So we're back in action now. I'm gonna do Utah. I'm gonna take my teaser, Utah and NC State.
Okay.
Oh, I did this yesterday. Hold on. How did I do this yesterday? Hold on. Let me just pull it up.
No. While you break it down, that's cool. It's funny because I'm not the biggest, like, you know, I love my college football Saturdays. NFL Sundays kind of, you know, they're hit or miss with me, but I love the football throughout the week. Like I love Wednesday night football.
Just one game on a Tuesday night, right? Or 2 games on a Wednesday, something like that. Like
so much more, it makes a better week, like a more enjoyable week, but also makes it so much easier to hone in. All right, what do you got?
Doing 3 teams, 6.5 points. The specific on 6.5 points because I need to get under 7 or over 7. So I'm taking NC State down to -6.5, Utah at a pick'em, and the Ravens plus 7.5. And that's a 3-teamer.
I got just like thinking about it. That was Ravens.
Yep. Because I gotta go up with it. You know, I gotta try and get the points. And the reason I do the 6.5 is so I don't want to fall on the 7 number. So Utah NC State to get to 6.5 is the half point gets me under 7. Ravens half point gets me over 7. So pay a little bit more juice, but add a 3rd team and then the juice and then it bang pow boom. And then cash, bang, boom. That's how we're doing that. Bang, boom, pow.
So I was going back and forth on this one. And like, as much as I want to say Ravens, I just have this feeling like Tom has looked so bad in his last 2 games against crappy teams, you know? And like, I just feel like the way that line is moving, you know, I was telling Josh last night that sometimes the sharps at the beginning of the week will bet a number to where they can get that number to move to the number they want to really unload. with it on, I was thinking maybe that's what's happening. The line is just moving so crazily, but also I get that, a bunch of money's coming in on Tom Brady. That's a thing too. I'm confused by this. I'm just confused. It's 60% of the cash is on the Ravens, and now it's at Bucks -2. So like the money has always been on the Ravens.
It's a 7-point teaser. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's a 7-point teaser. I just saw that.
Edit this. I'm sorry.
I know. It's there forever, right? I know. I'm still getting text messages about that. We can't edit anything.
7-point teaser.
7-point teaser, and that gets to NC State under 7. That's the key for me. Because that's line is at 13.5, and I need that to be under a touchdown, and that makes even better for the Ravens to get, because now they're at 2. I see in some spaces, so you get them to 9, and then Utah down to a pick 'em, and that's plus 130. That's plus 130 on a 7-point teaser still, because you added a third team. Usually I only do 2 teams, but I needed to add the third team.
Like that.
And to be honest with you, my third team is Utah, and they're a 7-point favorite going into Washington State. Not in love with it, but I'm okay with it.
I want to say I liked Washington State here.
I like them with the points, but
the line's moving that way. It went from a -9 to a -7. With 66% of the money on Utah, the line's going the wrong way.
Like, I think Utah wins the game, but I don't think they cover. I probably should have took Washington State like plus 14, but then Utah will end up fucking around finding out, and then they'll just blow them out by like 20 points, and then I'll be pissed.
Hello, gorgeous Allie and Sir Leonard. I hope your mornings are doing just super. Lenny was talking about he's getting out of the country. He's freaking over it. I'm moving to Canada and changing my name to something French, and I go, it's Detroit.
Yeah,
it's easy. You'll just be Detroit now.
Yeah, that's it.
Sir Detroit Leonard. Good morning. Buenos dias, Pedro Mas. You're making breakfast? Okay, make me some too. I want huevos rancheros, por favor.
Oh, beer.
I don't think I've ever had huevos rancheros.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't think I have. What's that other? There's another really good breakfast one. Is it? Yes, chili relleno. Nailed it.
Chili rellenos.
Yeah, we used to have that at Eat. Aloha. You're just traveling around, aren't you, Ryan Page? Are you a truck driver? What do you do? You were in Reno yesterday. You were in Vegas.
Goddamn pimp.
Are you pimping? Are you pimping demos?
It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Pimping ain't easy.
I wore my pimp hat today. I'm ready.
It's necessary, though. What are we dressing up for on Monday?
I don't know. I wanted to. Well, we could ask the Woodies. Woodies, what should we be for Halloween?
Hell to the no.
Also, Lenny, what are you going to be for Halloween? Because I don't really have a plan. So if you've already got a plan, then I can maybe just like piggyback you.
I mean, I got a white fur coat. That's all I got. That's all I got. No. I also have a black fur coat too, but that's only like waist length. That's not full length. The white fur coat is full length.
So I found
you guys haven't followed me on TikTok.
So I could definitely be like your hooker from Jersey.
Oh,
rabbit fur. Is it not the cutest? I went through all my jackets last night and I just happened to.
Of course, it's rabbit fur with the pastel colors. It's very Easter. It's very Easter pimping.
Sorry, bunnies. Okay, Mavericks money line for Ryan Page at -146. You got it, sugar. Tateness is going to go with Lafayette +5 and over 33. NC State and Utah 6.5-point teaser. That's his jam.
It's fair.
Hi, Timothy Earl. Brady 2-10 against the spread in the last 12 primetime games. It's like a spot. It feels like, how do you lose to the Steelers and lose to the Panthers?
I'm just taking the Ravens in the points. Like, I don't think Tampa's blowing anybody out.
Yeah, I don't think Tampa's blowing anyone out. Yeah. One thing I did the primetime prop drop with Scott Reichel for Thursday Night Football. So there's 4 props over there. I'm going to give you one of them for free right now. Ravens first half money line is a -105. They're really solid in the first half, and they love to blow games. So maybe that's a look also. Check out the Ravens first half. Tate says, I assume that AB and I are still in. Yes, you both are. I don't know how to draw no bet works in soccer when there's a shootout. I put a pick. So I went through this also. but the final score said 1-1.
Yes.
So, but in the shootout, the other team won 3-2 or 2-1.
In soccer?
Yeah, in
That's what we're
ABC,
talking about?
Boca Juniors. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So-
I don't want to whatever, but AB he's like, I'm doing the math on when you're putting these picks in, and it's really close to game time.
So there's that.
So if you're gonna put them on the YouTube page, I would probably make sure there's no questions about it when the game starts, when you're putting your pick in and everything like that. Because if I have to do YouTube math, let's just keep everything kosher and transparent.
Getting Wild Terry and Friends. Tom Brady hasn't lost 3 straight since 2002. Well, he's about 178 years older than he was then. Okay, just simple.
2002. Tim Earl, how old were you?
So they were born the year that I graduated high school, I think. So they would have been 4.
Okay.
I think.
No, they're not. They're not
Were
24.
they born in 98, 2008? No, yeah, that's not right.
I think they're the same age as Brianna, who was born in 2000.
They're 22.
That's 2000. We're in 2022.
There it is.
Look at me doing freaking math.
I'm gonna leave it all to you. Leonard, you should dress as a Michigan. You could be a whore of Ann Arbor. Why didn't we think of that? Why didn't we think of that?
It's not like I don't know what they look like.
You're welcome, Tate. Had to say
Walked right into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
And you hate Brady. Josh and I were talking about Brady last night. He's like, he's that guy. Like, I don't like anything about him as like, he's kind of that guy. Like, he's the guy that snitched on you for smoking pot in college. That's what guy he is, for me. But when you see that guy on the sidelines, game time, he is in it. Like, that man came to work today. Like, he runs his team. He's always engaged in what's going on the field. Like, as a football quarterback, I can't deny him his own greatness. But as a person, I don't want to have a cocktail with you. You can't even buy it for me. I'm good.
Yeah, he screams douchebag. But I will say this. I think he used to be like that. I think I said this at the beginning of the year. I don't think he finishes the season, and it ain't by his choice. I mean, if he comes out tonight and plays flatter and flat, and Ravens they rattle him, and he starts throwing a hissy fit. I mean, how do you bench the GOAT? Somebody gonna have to, though. Somebody might have to. So if they put him on the bench, man.
What would speculate with me? What would Tom Brady do if he got benched? Like, would he pull a Kaepernick and have a fit and
no,
what would he do?
I don't think he's that. I mean, he's that on the sideline. Like, you've seen him. He's notorious for yelling at his offensive lineman, or he wears his motions on his sleeves, breaking tablets. Microsoft hates him because he breaks.
No, they love him. He's keeping them in business at this point.
But I think he's got to, if he comes out and throws 2 picks in a first half and he can't make a pass, or he just plays bad, somebody's going to have a hard conversation and put him on the bench. And man, things could get back on track for Tampa tonight. Like, I'm afraid for Buccaneers fans. I'm telling you right now, shit could get back on track, and you could look like Tampa and Tom have got their shit together, or this shit could be way National Enquirer way off the rails. So
this is great to know. Easy Moolah. Thank you, Ezekiel. In soccer, he's playing the 90 minutes for draw no bet. So it's like an in regulation. So draw no bet in reg would cash. Shootout doesn't count. Thank you for freaking that, Easy Moolah. I looked at that at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, because I was going through Facebook and I saw Tate cashed, and I wanted to see if the other side did. And I was like, I don't know. This is very confusing. I don't know. Okay, so now we know. Marie is going NC State minus the 13.
I got 13.5 on FanDuel. Just not that it really matters. Well, it matters a little bit, but
yeah, hooks count.
For a push.
Let's see what the money is. there's 52% of the cash and 52% of the cash on Virginia Tech, 53% of the tickets on NC State. The line's out of 13.5. It's staying there. I mean, the book doesn't know. Like the book's not moving anything.
The book says
money
I
is
know.
balanced. Yeah, money is balanced. They're taking action on both sides. They're not giving us any clues. Hi, Beheadity. I miss you, Beheadity. I'm glad you come back around.
Just letting y'all know.
Never sit him during a game. Yeah, I don't see him getting sat, but I think Lenny.
I mean,
a little further down the line, maybe.
Why not? I mean, he showed nothing this year.
In Vegas, would he sit him? But like, it would be one thing if Brady's mid-game and his ass gets sat like Mac Jones and old Happy Zappy. But like pulling him in a game, I don't see happening. But what about benching him before the game? Like you don't get to start. Would that happen?
I would say they might pull like a Matt Ryan, like the Indy did with Matt Ryan. So the story is with Matt Ryan, by the way, you know, they benched his ass because they owe him $30 million if he gets hurt. In his contract, if he's owed $30 million for next year, if he was to have an injury that would hold him out. So Indy said, screw that. Our offensive line sucks ass, and you keep like you get sacked more than any quarterback ever. So we're gonna put you on the freaking bench because we can't afford for you to get hurt. So we're gonna just put our backup in, hope for the best, and you know, save ourselves $30 million. And smart business decision. But Matt Ryan's like, "Oh, I'm shocked." I'm like, "Were you? Are you really? Yeah. Are you really?" Because you came to Indy to save them from Carson Wentz, and you are worse than Carson Wentz. So, yeah.
His ass ain't playing now either. Okay, so this Beheadity, first of all, I just Googled this, and I cannot confirm or deny these rumors. As of now, Timothy Earl, my stat guy, find out what he's talking about. He's saying, take Ravens money line, everybody, TB12 announcing retirement permanent after tonight's game. First of all, if he is going to retire after tonight's game, I would take the Bucks all effing day. I'm not taking the Ravens money line on Tom Brady's last game of his career at home ever. That's the wrong. Right. If that's your angle, I feel like you have the wrong read. I love you, Beheadity, but
I do think and I know he's announced he's going to play. He's going to play. It's going to play. He's going to play. But just because he wants to play doesn't mean it's the best interest for Tampa for him to play. Right. And I know somebody said this in the chat, or I don't know who said it back there. Breaking Vegas said, like, you know, he'll play, but he don't own that team. He run that team. They have to think of the future. And like I said, hard conversations have to be made. Just because he wants to play next year and says he's going to play, one, doesn't mean he's playing for Tampa. Yeah. Two, doesn't mean that that's the best thing for the organization.
Well, so much crap going on with like the Giselle-ness. Like, what if one day he's like, she doesn't want me to play? F that B. I'm playing next year. You know, like there's so much.
She has made it well known for years, though. Mm-hmm. She loved to move to Miami or move down to Florida for him to play there, but he was supposed to play a year, maybe two.
Yeah, well, it's two.
Right, and now this is his third.
Oh, I thought he'd been there. Oh, yeah, I guess so, huh?
So, yeah, because he had 2 week Gronk.
Because he had the Mahomes Super Bowl with him, wasn't it?
That was 2 years ago.
And then this year.
Last year. And then this year. So then he's still chasing that rabbit. And, you know, and she was like, look, you were supposed to play a year, maybe two. You played, you won your Super Bowl in Tampa. It's time to go home. And he's like, I don't want to go home. And she's the girl at the end of the night saying, no, you're drunk. It's time to leave. And he's like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Yeah. Give me your keys. You're not driving anywhere. Russell Wilson next on enter to retire. I think Aaron Rodgers needs to go. I'm done with him. And Aaron, I know
Rodgers just wants out of.
Kurt Warner said that Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers need to retire.
I would love for Aaron Rodgers to go to Denver just so he can really get high. Because that's his thing. He's experimenting with acid and shrooms and doing all this.
Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving need to kick it with Matthew McConaughey, and Matthew McConaughey will show them both how it is done. Like,
and
this
Woody
is
Harrelson.
This is how you get elevated.
Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, and Aaron Rodgers. That's the only way. I party with Aaron Rodgers, and I still trip and probably kill him at the end of the day.
What do we think about the total tonight? I don't know. That's where I'm at.
I know it's Thursday primetime unders and all that. Over. I kind of like the over.
It's already at a 46. 60% of the money's on the over. 58%.
If I would do anything, it's probably a tease. Ravens plus points and tease it over. Take it down to like 40. Because somebody, I don't know, I think both these teams get in the 20s.
See, I would tease it under, thinking that if it's a 46, I'd be at 52. I don't see that game getting to a 52.
Unless Brady goes off. And or Lamar. I mean, Lamar's capable of taking it to the house on any given play. So, and that Tampa defense hasn't really done a whole lot of shit. And that Baltimore defense can get after the quarterback. And if they get after Tom Brady, I mean, I'm not going to lie. In every which way, shape, or form, I want to bet the Ravens. But this is like, it's a Tommy Boy spot.
That's how I feel too, breaking Vegas. It's Tom Brady. I think he'd have to be injured or retired. I really can't see any coach at this point sitting Brady while he's on the roster and healthy. JoJo comes in. I just came in and Lenny already speaking truth. Ryan was almost as bad as the Simmons contract. By the way, Simmons under every game he plays.
Yeah. I mean, I get it with the Tom Brady, like who benches Tom and shit like that. But if Bulls wants to truly, I mean, you gotta, I mean, like he's a puppet, the head coach here. I mean, he's in the worst spot ever. I would never want to be the head coach for Tom Brady because you can't coach him. You can't tell him what to do. The easiest job in the NFL is Tom Brady's quarterback coach.
That's fair. Thank you.
It always has been.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Thanks.
I mean, it always had. Like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Yeah, Tom. Hey, good job, Tom. He's like, all he does is pat Tom on the ass and tell him good job.
Hey, Tom, what do you think we should do here, Tom?
Right. Yeah.
You want to take the Red Wings, but the Bruins juice tells you that a ton of people. Bruins are my team this year. Like how I said at the beginning, the Giants are going to be my football team. The Bruins are going to be my hockey team this year. And I know, Lenny, we've talked about it, but in this situation, you have 86% of the money on Boston. Minus 205 goes to a minus 243. So the line's moving the right way. 75% of the tickets are on the Bruins. Is this people just underestimating the Red Wings? What's going on with the Red Wings Bruins? I know that, well,
I mean, it's the Red Wings on the road is going to be a thing. It's going to be a problem this year. I'm telling you right now as a Red Wing fan. Red Wings at home, this is a different ball game. I probably get on the Red Wings at home. Red Wings on the road, the easiest play in that game is over 6.5.
Okay.
Just take the over. There's going to be a ton of goals. Red Wings defense is suspect as it is. Boston will shoot everything and anything at the puck, at the net. And the Red Wings can score. So, I mean, and the Bruins come out the gate hot as hell. So they're playing really good. They're 6-1. Red Wings are 3-1-2. So, I mean, I'm not saying they could score 2. I just like the over, and I'm going to move on from that game. I'll probably look at some player props in that game, shots on goal, some point props. Stuff like that, but I'm not gonna.
I figured out where to find shots on goal when I grade the Woodies. I feel so big. I'm like, oh, there's just a thing that says SOG right there.
It says SOG. Yep.
Got it. I thought I was gonna have to like count things. Like if
right
it's plus 1.5 bases, you're like, okay, he made it to first. He made it to second, but he walked to first, so that's not a base. Yeah, like I thought it was way more intense.
How many bases? In baseball, how many bases? That's a pain.
All your goddamn over 2.5 base props. Just tell me what the
hey, to each and every one of you that play total bases, I hope you stub your toe today. Because that is the worst. That's the worst thing to grade. Well, he walked. Oh, shit, that's not a base. Well, he got a single, but then he got the second on an error. That's not 2 bases. And then now you got to like literally go through play by play.
They do have the thing at the bottom, like at the very bottom, it'll list all the players and it'll be like Altuve and then in parentheses 2 or whatever. So like I did figure that out also, but it's a pain. Tate says reports have come out in the last 24 hours. It's rumored Giselle has given Brady one last shot to retire at the end of the year. They're like the Real Housewives of Tampa Bay. I swear to God.
Well, I mean, she's been wanting him to retire since he was in New England.
Why do we have to, like, what kind of bitch ass wife are you that it's the middle of the effing season? Like, I'll tell you
who she is.
Let me work, Giselle. Okay.
I'll tell you who she is. Hold on, she's the one who makes more money.
Well, who gives
That's who that bitch is. She's worth twice as much as TB12. And here's the thing, though. I mean, I talked about this with Mandy last night. We were talking about this over dinner, and we kind of playing devil's advocate. And I'm like, I hear him and the athlete in him and the sports junkie. I hear him. I feel him on that. But then I'm like asking her from the wife's point of view. And, and she's like, well, she's been asking him for this for years. And obviously he's probably coming home beat up and bruised up and whatever. And just athlete shit and older. And his kids are getting older and he's missing. She's like, because if you were missing kid shit, then I would be more pissed.
Middle of the season, though, like this kind of reminds me of Patrick Mahomes and his crappy Twitter girlfriend and her brother or fiance. Remember what, last season, Patrick Mahomes was just like all off, like he didn't want to be there. And I kept saying, like, this girl is in his head. He's embarrassed.
Sure. Her and his brother.
If you are a supportive wife or partner and your man plays 16 games of a season and you're 8 of them through, like, just back off. For
the thing is, too, is there's a time and a place, and the public ain't it.
Yeah,
like that's a conversation we have in our bedroom or in our living room in our home.
I think something more is going on. Like they want the ratings or they want their own show or, like it's just, there's no reason.
I think she's boning Antonio Brown.
That's who's talking all that crap to Brady. I was trying to tell Josh and I couldn't remember.
Antonio Brown is just trolling the shit out of him. Like, I mean, on a different level. He's posting pictures of himself photoshopped wearing a Tom Brady jersey with Giselle hugging him, which really it's Giselle hugging Tom Brady and on the field in a Patriots jersey after he won the Super Bowl. But he's photoshopping his face on the Tom Brady with her hugging him. And he's like, TB12, what up? And I'm like, God damn, bro. You can't do that shit in real life because I know some motherfuckers that'll just show up at your house and punch you in the face. Okay? And I'm just saying, you can't do that in real life, man.
Did you get David Allen? Sorry, I don't have this up on my screen.
Yeah, I got it. The only one I'm on, Easy Moolah put in Dallas money line. I think the Mavs play tonight. I think the Stars play tonight. So we kind of got to be better than that. Yeah, the Mavs and the Stars play tonight, so you got to be more specific on which Dallas team you want.
Yeah, let me know what your Dallas is. Well,
because it says Dallas money line, Texas forever, Stars over Capitals, Mavs win 2.
Oh, so okay, easy Moolah, you know better than that. Ezekiel Morales, get your crap together.
I'll put you in for Dallas money line, but if one of them lose, you're out.
Sean Austin told all of us this on Monday. He was like, primetime is 0-3. The public is 0-3 in the primetime. He was correct. Money-making tip, just fade the public on all primetime NFL games. Easy 6. That's like part of what my brain is trying to figure out. Like if 61% of the money's here, that's what they're going to have to pay. Like who are they going to pay? Who does the book want to pay is what I keep trying to figure out. And fading the public, I mean, they don't want to pay them. Hi, Domplay. Hi, J-Miz. Brady would bench Bowles.
Hey, that's what I mean. But you create that atmosphere in that organization.
Is that a thing?
Bruce Arians is supposedly Tommy Boy's buddy. I mean,
throw him in, Domplay. I'll see what I can help you with. You like UAB minus 4.5 versus FAU. How do you FAU's where Willie Taggart is, isn't it? I fade Willie Taggart at all costs.
Hold on. My daughter, she's must be in the same trip as your mom, because she only calls me when I'm on a show.
Right.
You want to FaceTime, Brianna? Brianna, you want to FaceTime right now? Here, say hi to the public. He's okay. Can I go? I gotta work.
I guess.
All right. Love you. Bye.
I guess. I think you should have hashed it out with her. The public wants to know, what's she doing right now?
Nothing. She's bored. She's texting me Christmas gift ideas.
Oh,
Now she's calling me
that's
to
just doing
explain
the same thing.
the links. That's what she's doing.
So with UAB Florida Atlantic, we have 63% of the money on UAB, and that 5 went to a 4.5. So that's reverse line movement. I don't bet on Willie Taggart ever. Not since the Oregon Ducks, not since the Florida State Criminals. I don't bet on him. I expect him to ruin all things, and he's the coach of FAU. So this is a no play for me.
Ruin all things.
Or yeah, it's just he's a ruiner. He's an effing ruiner. He's my Steve Alford of college football. It's all day.
Okay.
The Lakers of the NBA, Steve Alford in college basketball, and Willie Taggart in college football. And that's how we do it. It's very simple, really.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you for sure.
A woman has got to know her limitations. I would go UAB here, but getting 4.5 at home in reverse line movement. I'm just going to stay away from this game. Chat, what do you guys think about UAB and FAU? I'm obviously biased. Hi, Matt Drake, International Man of Mystery. Should I take Middle Tennessee money line over UTEP? And then you have one more question. Let me look it up for you. I love both of those schools. I love them for college basketball reasons. So I might also be biased in this. Okay, so -2, 82% of the money's on UTEP. The 2 goes to a 2.5. With that amount of money, I would think it would be up to a 3, but they're not doing it because I don't think they want to give Middle Tennessee State 3. 100% of cash and tickets is on the over, and the 53.5 went to a 52, which would make me think under.
Yeah.
I mean, UTEP trying to. Yeah, I'm just not. But people in the chat, if you know the answer, throw them our way. Jesse Schul's here. Maybe he knows some things about things. What's up, Jesse the Iceman?
Look at Elmer Fudd.
Are you
dressed up as Elmer Fudd already?
I never thought of that. I guess it does look a little Elmer Fudd, doesn't it?
You're a fuddy-duddy today.
I love it.
Straighten that out.
Do you have any thoughts? We're just in the middle of this one, so I figured I'd ask you. Do you have any thoughts about Middle Tennessee State and UTEP?
No, I don't have any thoughts. That one didn't make my card this week.
That's fair. Do you fade Willie Taggart like it's a religion? Just wondering. Asking for a friend.
No, I don't.
Have you thought about it? I have a pamphlet you could read.
She hates him. She hates him.
Financially, Gisele's worth more, but the world would back Tom Brady if she and him got into a fist fight. God, I hate to say it, but I think I would.
Probably because he's.
I don't even like him.
He's more well in this country, yes. Not around the world. She's more international superstar. He's more here. Superstar.
That's very, very true. That's important to remember. People overseas don't give as many craps about football as we do.
They don't give two shits about it, but when but when Gisele walks the runway, holy shit.
I think we need to get more memes of Ben Affleck's nanny on the private jet, if you guys are familiar with that photo.
I haven't seen that.
I have.
Okay, Ben Affleck's nanny is wearing all of Brady's Super Bowl rings on her hand in the private jet. And I don't believe there was any kids there. So what she was doing with Ben and Tom on the private jet, I don't know.
She's a pretty freaking hot nanny.
I mean, when you have that kind of money, you don't hire ugly nannies.
Oh man, if you have that kind of life,
let's be clear.
A happy wife, happy life. You get an ugly nanny. Period. Mark my words. Mark my.
You get a. What do they call them? Au pair.
An au pair.
Au pair. Yeah. See, which is French for live-in hooker.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm just saying. Get it, Tom.
Yes,
Just
Joey
get it.
Davidson. You just wait until next week and then you'll pick again. On Monday, don't forget, guys, on Monday, the last Woody standing starts again. And it's going to be on a whiteboard with index cards. A whiteboard with index cards. You
All
heard
your
me.
dreams come true. You wanted the whiteboard, you get the whiteboard. You want index cards, you get the index cards.
Mhm. I got to get
So
like
you
seriously
guys won
prepared.
that battle, did you?
We kind of just
I mean,
we're mutiny. We're morning.
yeah,
with
we're
mutiny.
kind of going for it, and we're gonna figure out
Because
shit
mutiny
happens.
on the
I
bounty
mean, hey,
will be
tune in
down.
Tuesday to find out if we still have a job. Just saying.
Exactly. We're gonna try. I want to try it out for November. Let me get like the numbers in for November. We'll see what happens. And if Craig's right, then he could. I mean, it's not a right or wrong thing. It's all in numbers.
So whatever. Listen, we just
Maybe we
sometimes
should
you just
lose
need
the Elmer
to
Fudd
change the
hat.
scenery.
I like the Elmer Fudd hat.
We just need to change the
Good
scenery.
morning, Vietnam.
Right?
So who are you? We've been
I'm
talking
actually in
about.
Thailand.
I Nicholas Earl. I was having this thought yesterday too. Just watch Michigan. Who's Michigan play next? Are they like in a look ahead or anything?
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
matter.
There's
This is
something
the
about
only
it.
game they're looking at.
That's I guess so. But Michigan State is so bad, it just doesn't
They
feel
play
like
Rutgers the following week. So I
Oh,
doubt
yeah,
they're
not
looking
looking
ahead
ahead
to
to
Rutgers. And then Nebraska, doubt they're looking ahead that far either. Then Illinois, maybe. And then the final game of the year is Ohio State. So unless they're looking 4 weeks in advance, this is a revenge spot for Michigan after last year's beatdown. And now, did you see the latest press conference with Michigan? One of their defensive guys were like, well, it was a fluke last year. Michigan State beat us. They had that number 9 guy, and he legit couldn't remember the guy's name. And I understand. Like, he was just you could tell when somebody, like, spaces it or the guy's name's on the tip of his tongue. And he's like, number 9, the guy. And they're like, Kenneth Walker III, current NFL running back for the Seattle Seahawks. And they're like, he's like, yeah, that guy. They don't have him no more. And I'm like, damn, dog, that hurt. Because he did. He ran all over him last year, and they don't have that guy no more. And it does hurt, but you kind of dogged him out like that. And Michigan State, this screams
Doesn't Michigan
beatdown.
not have their guy who's now a Lion? Didn't they lose their guy?
Yeah,
but they
Aiden Hutchinson,
reloaded,
which
right?
he ain't done a damn
Hutchinson.
thing, punk ass man.
So Jesse, what are you thinking for the Thursday night football game? I'm torn. I'm very torn.
I put out a free play on NC State. I think the bye week's going to help them more than, I mean, they got that senior quarterback, Chambers, who has looked really bad, but giving him a bye week to coach him up. I mean, they're facing an inferior opponent here. Virginia Tech's really struggled. I know a lot of people seem to like Virginia Tech plus the points, but I haven't seen Virginia Tech quarterback's been crap all year, right? And we've seen Chambers come out and suck for like a week. Well, there's some hope there that maybe Chambers has a good game in him. I don't think the quarterback for Virginia Tech has a good game in him, and especially not against this defense. NC State's defense is loaded with NFL caliber talent, and I think that's going to be enough at home here against a Virginia Tech team that's going nowhere fast. It should be an easy win for NC State.
I'm going to anywhere fast. I don't want it to be to nowhere. I feel like there's way better places we could go. Okay, so Lenny liked NC State too. He threw him in a teaser and got him down to a 6.5 is the way he did it.
Good
What
plan,
did you
Lenny.
Yeah, I think NC State wins straight up. I mean, covers probably by itself or real close to it. So, I mean, I put them in a teaser with Utah down to a pick 'em and the Ravens plus over like 7.5, 8 points, whatever it is.
9? You got it 9 because they're a plus 2
yeah.
now.
So, yeah, because they're
Probably
plus
a good
2.
spot for a side total teaser too, given that both quarterbacks have struggled mightily. And if you like NC State, you're betting on them because of their defense. So, you know, teasing that total up and the side down would work as well.
Yep.
Total upside down. Total upside down. I got it. Speaking in the dark here, Mavs first half money line. UAB quarterback is still in concussion protocol and isn't cleared for the game just yet, FYI. Okay, so that's good information to have. Breaking Vegas, Middle Tennessee over UTEP. There you have it. Plus, this is FAUs, so the lean would be that way, but it's a stay away. Yeah, I got to stay away. What's up, Stop Geoengineering? You are so welcome, Don Play. I know that wasn't super helpful, but I'm going to tell you what I can tell you. There's that. Good morning, Vietnam. I say good morning, Woodies. Mr. Robin Williams. Brady would still get help. Just ask that intern at Maybelline. Kelly says, why get a nanny when you have a John? I know I'm fluent in shampooing rugs. That's Ricketts' real name is John.
You and me both. Last year, my wife got a rug scrubber for Christmas. I don't think she still knows how to use it, but guess who does? This guy.
Yeah. Don't give me a freaking cleaning thing.
She asked for it.
Your face.
This was on her list.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I would have just hired Stanley Steamer for a day and called it one.
Why? When you got Lenny Steamer for 2 days for the rest of your life.
You can never look past this game. This is second only to
this
the
is it.
game.
They play 2 games a year versus Michigan State and versus Ohio State. It's the only 2 games that John, whoever, Mr. Khaki Pants, Harbaugh has to win. If he loses this game, Tate, he doesn't come back next year.
Oh, it's like that. So even more motivation to win. Jesse, did you have any feelings on the Ravens Buccaneers?
Yeah, I like Leonard Fournette anytime touchdown. And the reason I like it, do you want to know the reason?
Of course I do.
It's all the PI penalties on the Ravens secondary. The chances of a first and goal at the 1 situation for Fournette to just walk in at following a PI flag. So watch for that.
Mm-hmm. He gets some goal line touches. He gets a lot of inside
3 receiving touchdowns for him in the last 4 games as well.
Yeah.
So that's no joke. I know that I want to say Rachel liked Otten. That guy's on my fantasy. Do I need to play him? He liked him over in whatever he does. Receiving yards, something.
Receptions 3.
Receptions.
DeAndre Otten.
Over 2.5 receptions. That's what it was. Thank you, my dear.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably get on some player props in this game. And the Fournette anytime touchdowns probably definitely
I
one
like
of
that.
them.
I like that Fournette.
But I don't think I'll get too. To be honest with you, I don't think I'll get too deep into this game. I'll live bet it when it's happening just to see what's going on, but and see if I can crisscross on some points or something. But I don't really want to.
I wouldn't be surprised if Brady gets a lot of favorable calls in this game.
I was just going to say, we're going to watch this game and go, that's a Tampa call. That's a Tom call.
It's a yellow laundry day,
Yeah, exactly. Like, somebody got within 3 feet circle and they're going to throw that yellow flag. I wish I could bet that prop. Is there going to be a pass interference call against Tom, or not a pass, roughing the passer call? If there's I bet you, I would say take the over. At least one roughing the passer call will come on Tom Brady tonight. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. So Jesse, let me ask you, when all the money, it was Ravens plus 2.5, all the money was on them. It goes down to the -1, all the money's still on them, and now it's back at a +2. What is that telling you? What is that line telling you? I didn't ever see the money all on Buccaneers. I've always seen it on the Ravens, but why did it do that? Why did it make a round trip?
Well, I guess my philosophy is I'm not a believer that the book favors a certain side. I don't think the book cares who wins. I don't think they want to trap customers into betting one side or the other. Their goal should just be to, get even amounts on both sides and take the vig. And, I really don't think anybody actually knows what's going to happen, who's going to get the PI penalty, who's going to fumble, who's going to drop a touchdown pass. So trying to figure out what the money is indicating to me, I'm trying to figure out this game with everything I have at my disposal. previous history, matchups head to head. And the money is not one of the factors I'm going to look at.
See, it's totally is for me. The thing is, I see it more after the fact, but I feel like if I just keep looking at it, it'll become like second nature to me. I'll get there with it. But football is very difficult because these lines are out so long. With basketball, the line's only out for a day. They're going to play again tomorrow.
Right.
Baseball,
they have shelf life.
They're playing again tomorrow. Yeah. So football's interesting because you have time to watch this line move. And so it kind of becomes like a puzzle for me as to what's happening. I mean, I don't think the games are rigged as far as like the quarterback does this or the wide receiver does this, but I do think lines are like set, not rigged, but they're set in a way that we're going to bet on them to even them out,
Right.
I
mean, at the end of the day, the book wants to have a lot of money on both teams and somehow middle it and just take everybody's money. That's their goal. I mean, they're not in it to, you know what I mean? So I don't think NFL is, like some people say, oh, it's scripted or this. It's not scripted.
Yeah.
But do I think the NFL will say, hey, we're going to be more stern on some, roughing the passer calls or something like that. And then somebody who's in a star elite level, like say, and I won't even just say Tom, but like Patrick Mahomes, he gets more pass interference or more roughing the passer calls.
Late hit out of bounds is the one he gets all the time.
All the time. All the time. Yeah, exactly. As opposed to, Carson Wentz or somebody that's not that good, or a Davis Mills in Houston, someone like that who's a good quarterback but doesn't get those calls. And I think it's just name recognition, general kind of human nature that people protect the stars because that's the face of the league. I mean, Michael Jordan got all kinds of favorable calls. Kobe Bryant got all kinds of favorable calls.
There's a lot of times though that I swear like it's coming down to, a final play of a game and it just seems like they call the booth and they're like, is all the money on the over or the under? Okay, it's this field goal. Like, you don't make this, like I'm not saying it happens, but I swear to God, I feel like it does. Where's the money at? All right, pass interference or whatever, What's up, Big Sis Lisa and Joey? More importantly, the books have time to get money on both sides, and then it does not matter to them. Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah. They have the time to balance it out. It's so...
Yeah. Which is why I like teasing, because I can get on both sides, and I can just... Listen, I am in the belief that the books are right.
Yeah,
if this number's... You know what I mean? If they're saying... Yeah, if they're saying the total is at 45 and this team is favored by a touchdown, then I'm going to try and move that needle up and down one way or the other because I think this game is going to land. This team's going to win by a touchdown, and this number is going to end up at 45. So I'm trying to get it on the, both sides kind of thing. So
lots of times you see a team open at 2.5. It gets bet up to 3.5. And then they win. Of course, they win by 3, right?
Right.
So everybody who's on the wrong side on either side.
Yeah. Whoever took plus 2.5 lost. Whoever took minus 3.5 lost because that game ended up on 3. And that's the goal of these big casinos and shit like that. Like again, it's not a nonprofit organization. When you log into your betting app, it is not UNICEF.
You can't write that stuff off. I mean, we can because that's our job, but
right. But it's not a nonprofit.
It is not a nonprofit. So Hannah Mears yesterday was on the show. She digs the Ravens. Lenny's teaser is Utah at a pick'em, NC State minus 6.5, and then the Ravens plus 9. Jesse's down with the NC State pick. He's cool with laying the 13.5. And Jesse also likes the Fournette anytime touchdown, just to catch anybody up who's just joining us. Those are the picks of the show thus far. We've only got about 8 minutes to go here. Jesse, tell the people what you're all about over at picksandparlays.net. What do you have lined up for them for this weekend?
I just loaded 3 plays today for college football. Still doing pretty well with college football this season, even though last week was a bit hit and miss. NFL also a little hit and miss. I got touched up on Monday with some bad picks, but overall this season I'm still hitting in the 70% range with football, and nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. For all picks over the season, you are number 6 on the site. Where is your NFL? Sorry, or not NFL, college football. On NFL, you're number 6. College football, you're number 4. So you're up a grand, 29-17.
Which is down from, I was higher up on those leaderboards about a week ago. So it's trending in the wrong direction. We're going to have to start climbing up the ladder again.
You're in a bounce back spot, basically. You're just in a bounce back spot. If you don't think the refs are involved, watch Purdue, Minnesota phantom offense pass interference call that some books refunded the bet to some bettors for it. So obvious. I'm like still angry about that Saints when the Saints should have gone to the Super Bowl situation. There was so much effing hype on those Saints. That call was just not where it was at. And it cost them a Super Bowl. No call, no show. So people in the chat, if you want premium plays from Mr. Jesse the Iceman Scholl, head over to picksandparlays.net and use this promo code. It's NFL, and it's going to save you 20% off whatever you get on the site. But look for Jesse Scholl, especially if we're talking college football. That's where we keep his premium plays. Also, if you haven't already, hit that like button, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, all of this stuff. We do a ton of free picks every single day, ton of shows every single day, including the primetime prop drop, which has already been released out into the world. Check it out on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter with Scott Reichel. He was 2-2 on NBA yesterday, and he's got 4 of them for you today. Nice. And I gave one away, Ravens first half money line. So that's up. Tim Earl and Dre Richardson, I believe, need an NBA rematch because they tied, which is awesome. But tonight, the Insiders Room Total Chaos will be out for all of you to view. Also, if you have not already checked out our Facebook page, become a true morning Woody, like deep in the game morning Woody, facebook.com/groups/morningwood picks. That's where you find us. And there are a bazillion free picks over at this page, not to mention other morning Woodies that you can chat with and ask questions to and, become part of the community. Jojo says Brady over 38.5 pass attempts. I know he had like 40, 49, 45 last week. And he completed 39, and they made 3 points in the game.
See, I don't like this. Real quick, I don't like this bet because I look at the under because I think if it's a close game, Brady's been throwing the ball around because they're behind. He's playing catch up. So in a run
and
defense,
they can't run it. Isn't that part of the deal? Like Baltimore's run defense is really, really good. Did I just know?
True, but this bet is basically, I think what Lenny's trying to say is, if you like the Ravens, you like this bet. But if you think it's going to be close or Tampa's going to win, there's no reason to like this bet because he's not going to have to throw it 38 times.
Okay,
is that right, Lenny?
Yes, 100%, 100%. Yeah, if they're close, if this game is close or Tampa's winning, that means they establish the run. And if they've established the run, they're going to down the stretch. This game gets into the fourth quarter, and this game is within a touchdown. They're going to try and run the ball and keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands. And to do that, they're going to have to run the ball. And so if you think Ravens win this game, then you like this bet. If you think Tampa keeps it close, then you don't like this bet.
And the Ravens are 30th in pass attempts allowed. So there's that.
Plus, I'm waiting for Tom Brady to get benched.
My only thing is in any primetime situation, I don't like to take the stars in an over because that is exactly what the public is going to do. Like, oh, it's Tom Brady. He's going to do the LeBron. He's going to do this. Like taking player props on overs in big games with big stars doesn't tend to always work out is what I've noticed.
I like Lamar's longest run over 17.5 or 18.5, somewhere around there it is. I think his longest rush, because he can break one off for 20 yards at any given time. And I think if Tampa overcommits sooner or later, he scrambles, and if he's like he could break that off no problem. So that was nicely juiced. You got a little plus money action on the over, not much, but a little bit. And I think it was at 17.5, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
But I do like. I've already bet that. That's my prop of the day.
Oh, you got him.
I got him. My Tinder hot, sexy bots are back. Don't judge my fan base.
What's up, Nevada Maverick? Wouldn't Tom just retire if he gets benched or Tampa is below 500? He's not. I don't see Tom as a quitter. Like if he got benched, I feel like he'd like dive deep into his head and be like, "What have I done wrong? I've got to make it better." You know, like.
Or he becomes the ultimate family man in America's sweetheart and says, "I'm gonna have to tap out in the best interest of my family and my children."
What if he's like the new
Who badmouths that guy?
something?
That I'd rather be a better dad than a better football teammate.
But if Giselle says you got to retire and he retires, then when's he ever going to win a battle against his wife? I mean, he's lost everything at that point. If she forces him to retire from football.
No, he should retire from football and then divorce her.
I love that. I love that. I don't care
Marry
how
the nanny.
There's some dude out there that's tired of banging you. Okay, just
don't ever get married again. Just keep a steady rotation of nannies. You know what I mean? Keep steady rotation of nannies. I'm a degenerate.
You're horrible.
I know I'm a scumbag.
Telling your wife.
I don't. Whatever. She knows.
She does. That's just it.
Trust me.
All right, guys, that just about does it for us. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Wood. Don't forget to check out Jesse Scholl over at picksandparlays.net and use that promo code NFL. And don't forget about my sponsor, FanDuel, the no sweat first bet up to $1,000. The link is in the description of this video. Official show picks for today. Jesse's taken Leonard Fournette anytime touchdown, NC State minus 13.5. Lenny is teasing Utah, NC State, and the Ravens. And then Miss Hannah Mears yesterday, like the Ravens on the money line. I'm torn, and I feel very strongly that it's Bucks. That's me. That's where I'm at. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day, and good luck, unless you're against Lenny.
Let's go, Red Wings.